I'm Scott Jennings, and today we're discussing why to hire a management consultant. Consultants usually carry a bad rap. They cost a lot of money, they use a lot of fancy buzzwords and acronyms, and a lot of people don't feel as if they get a return from them for all the money they're shelling out. But consider what they can bring to your firm that your firm can't bring to itself. So let's start by introducing what a management consultant actually does. They advise, hopefully without bias, otherwise why would you hire them, about the policies and procedures, the financial health, the controls, the caliber of personnel you have on board. And then they provide again, hopefully unbiased report to executive management on what you got as an owner of a company or as an executive manager. So why should I hire a consultant? Well, there's numerous reasons, but the three that stick out to me, the first one being they can provide subject matter expertise. Or maybe I should say that you should at least hire one that does have subject matter expertise. There are plenty of consultants out there that have management expertise, and that is a service in itself, but at least in the construction industry, the one that we're all involved in, I think it's important to make sure that a consultant has expertise in finance or operations or equipment or just all the above in the construction industry. If you're in this industry, you know it's about chewing tobacco, drinking beer, lots of cash flow, lots of stress, and oftentimes I'll go into an office and there's a wet dog running around. This is just the ambiance, if you will, of the industry, and I think having someone who understands all that with the education and the experience in the background, I think is vital. So hire someone who can relate to you and your firm and the business and have subject matter expertise. Time constraints, this is another reason you should hire a consultant. Every time I walk into an office, no one has time for me. So there's no way that a company is going to be doing internal controls or internal evaluation of itself because there's no time. There's barely time for lunch, so diving into my existing controls, my existing financial health. These are all things that take a backseat to daily operations and just trying to improve profit or maintain profit or frankly just to survive. The third reason to hire a consultant is the third-party effect. You can hire a consultant to come in and not care about your company, and I mean that in a good way. They come in and they don't care about hurting feelings. They're just trying to look for the truth and provide an unbiased, albeit cold or frank, position on how the company is doing. That's why you hired them, right? You're going to pay this money, all this money. If that's the case, you might as well have an unbiased, candid opinion on the health of your company. As a little bonus tip was that of having a scapegoat. It's not a weakness in management, I don't think, to hire an outside consultant to come in and maybe say what you already know. My company's in trouble, A and B and C. It might be difficult for a chief executive officer to deliver that message without hurting a lot of feelings and stepping on people, but to have a third party come in and to find out on their own, maybe with your guidance, that certain things are broken, and for them to make a suggestion to make these fixes can make a big difference in improving things without making the chief executive officer or the staff, without having them in a bad light. Finally, with my story, I've had numerous consultants approach me about improving aspects of my business over the years, and I was disappointed in having hired one who didn't have the necessary construction experience that I talked about over the last couple minutes. And one of the suggestions was that, if we're going to let go of people, let's send them out the door with a 6-month severance package. Well, that might have worked in the venture capitalist funded operation that this particular person came from, but in construction, where you're looking for another nickel to make up a dime, it can be difficult or impossible to actually have people exit with that sort of package. It's just not typical of the industry, and the cash flow in construction oftentimes doesn't support it. So my story and this article in general is find someone who speaks your language, who is hopefully smarter than you, because that will make you stronger by hiring people around you that are better than you. Have a safe day, folks. Work safe.